This is the POCO C85. I've daily driven the phone, gamed on it, watched content and lived with HyperOS, and this phone makes its compromises very clear, very fast. Inside the box, the phone, a USB-C cable, a SIM tool and a clear case. No charger. For the phone that supports 33 watts charging, that's not a small omission, especially at the budget end. This isn't about sustainability, it's cost cutting. And the unboxing experience already tells you what kind of phone this is. Functional, stripped back and built to a number. Credit where it's due, this phone feels better than it should. Despite 6000 mAh battery, it's under 8mm thick. That quad curved back improves grip, the matte finish avoids fingerprints and the phone doesn't feel cheap in hand. You also get IP64 splash resistance, a fast sign mounted fingerprint sensor and a headphone jack. Yes, it's plastic, but well done plastic. Design wise, POCO did their homework. The display is the headline feature. A huge 6.9-inch LCD with support for 60, 90 and 120Hz refresh rates. Scrolling feels smooth and system animations benefit from the higher refresh rate. But here's the reality check. This is a 1600 by 720 HD Plus panel. On a display this large, the lack of sharpness is obvious. Text softness is visible and the video detail just isn't there. Brightness peaks around 800 nits, fine indoors, weak outdoors. Bezels are thick, the chin is chunky and the notch feels dated. This display is optimized for battery life, not quality, and that theme keeps coming back. Inside the C85 is the MediaTek Helio G81-Ultra, essentially a refreshed budget chip. It's paired with 6 gigs of LPDDR4X RAM and 188 gigs of storage, and this is where the things fall apart. The CPU is fine, the storage is not. Even with F2FS eMMC class, speeds drag the entire phone down. App installs are slow, app launches lag behind expectations, and the 120Hz refresh rate often feels wasted. Now, add HyperOS 2 based on Android 15, cleaner than old MIUI, but still aggressively bloated. Even after disabling recommendations and uninstalling apps, the phone still pushes random ad notifications. Temu, promotion, spam, etc. etc. This isn't accidental, this is how Xiaomi subsidized the hardware. HyperOS here feels less like an operating system and more like an ad platform. Casual gaming is fine. PUBG and Call of Duty run at default and minimum settings, playable with occasional stutter. Asphalt Legends also runs okay until you switch to 60 FPS. At that point, overheating warnings appear, performance drops and stuttering becomes noticeable. But the worst part, the speaker. A single mono bottom firing speaker in 2026 placed exactly where your hands rest in landscape mode. So when you game or watch videos, you often cover the speaker and lose most of the sound. Bad audio quality would be one thing, but placement makes it unforgivable. The camera setup looks ambitious. It isn't. A 50 megapixels main camera does a decent job in daylight. Colors are punchy, dynamic range is acceptable and portraits are pretty much usable with weak edge detection. Low light, forget it. Noise, smearing and poor subject separation show up quickly. Out of curiosity, I compared the C85 photos to another ultra-budget phone in the same class, the Redmi A5. On paper, the A5 should be worse, it's running 8 megapixel setup. In reality, there's barely a difference. They land in the same low quality bracket. Different processing, same outcome. I also threw in the Google Pixel 9 as a reference point, not because it's fair, but because it sets the gold standard. And that gap is enormous. It shows exactly what you're not getting here, and that's fine. This phone never pretends otherwise. Selfie camera, soft, blurry, and only really usable for video calls. That's the ceiling, definitely not Instagram grade. Video tops out at 1080p with 30 FPS with no stabilization. I ran the same side by side against the Redmi A5 and Pixel 9 again, just to ground expectations. And the story doesn't change. This is basic, functional video, nothing more. This is not a camera phone and it doesn't pretend to be. Now, battery and charging. This is why the POCO C85 exists. The 6000 mAh battery is excellent. 3 full days of use is realistic. Even heavy users can push past at 2 days comfortably. The low resolution display and efficient chipset clearly help here. 33 watts charging is reasonably fast, about 50% in about half an hour, but again, no charger in the box takes some of the shine off. Still, battery life here is generally class leading for the price. So what's the final verdict? The POCO C85 is not a balanced phone. It's a specialist device built for people who value battery life above everything else. If your phone usage is mostly YouTube, TikTok, messaging and scrolling, and you want to charge once every 2 days, this phone makes sense. But the compromises are impossible to ignore. We got slow storage, we got ad-heavy software, weak sustained gaming, and a single badly placed speaker and low resolution display. POCO didn't accidentally make these choices, they were deliberate. If you understand those trade-offs, C85 delivers. If you don't, this phone will annoy you daily, I guarantee that. So what do you think? Hit me up in the comments.
Family Pop TV.